The process of breathing or respiration is divided in two distinct phases. The first one is called inspiration or inhaling. When the lungs inhale, the diaphragm contracts and pulls downward. At the same time, the muscles between the ribs contract and pull upward. This increases the size of the thoracic cavity and decreases the pressure inside. As a result, air rushes in and fills the lungs. And the second phase is called expiration or exhaling. When the lungs exhales, the diaphragm relaxes and the volume of the thoracic cavity decreases, while the pressure within it increases. As a result, the lungs contract the air and the air is forced out.
The process begins in the right ventricle in the heart, pumping the oxygenated blood through the pulmonary arteries in the lung. The pulmonary arteries reach into the smaller arteries, eventually reach the capillaries that surround the alveoli, the tiny air sacs in the lungs where gas exchanges occur. In the alveoli, the deoxygenated blood releases in the carbon deoxygenated and pick up oxygenated, which diffuse through the thin walls in the capillary into the red blood cells. Oxygenated blood then travels through the pulmonary veins back to the left atrium of the heart. From the left atrium, the oxygenated blood is pumped into the left ventricle and then to the rest of the body through the systemic circulation.
Gas exchange is the other ways known as respiration. This is the process by which gases are exchanged between the blood and the body tissues. Gas exchange occurs in the lungs between alveolar air and the blood of the pulmonary capillaries. For effective gas exchange to occur, alveoli must be ventilated and perfused. Ventilation refers to the flow of air into and out of the alveoli, while perfusion refers to the flow of blood to alveolar capillaries. For his part, the diffusion is the spontaneous movement of gases without the use of any energy or effort by the body between the alveoli and the capillaries in the lungs. Without forgetting that individual alveoli have variable degrees of ventilation and perfusion in different regions of the lungs.
Circular physiology. The blood flow throughout the cardiovascular system can be divided into systems, the lungs and the body. We will look at the heart in two sides, the right and the left. The right side of the heart is responsible for taking non-oxygenated blood from the body through the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, which reach the right atrium, then passes into the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve, and is sent to the lungs through the pulmonary arteries to oxygenate the blood, performing gas exchange. The left side of the heart takes the oxygenated blood from the lungs through the pulmonary veins that reach the left atrium and pass into the left ventricle through the mitral valve and pumps into the tissues throughout the body through the aorta, and this is known as systole. The valves that control the flow of blood through the heart by opening the valves in the heart chambers in a coordinated sequence. These valves facilitate the passage of blood from the atria to the ventricles. The other two valves are the aortic and pulmonary seminal valves. These valves prevent the backflow of blood into the segment from which it has just excited. Each of the four valves is made up of flaps called leafleters or cusp, which prevent the backflow of blood in the wrong direction.
After the blood leaves the heart through the aorta, which is located in the left ventricle, it enters the systemic circulation, where it delivers oxygen-rich blood to the cells, into the extremities and organs. Once it arrives at its objective, the blood and the capillary exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide with the cells. After this exchange, the blood returns through the venous blood vessels, arriving at the inferior vena cava in the heart, where it returns to the pulmonary circulation through the pulmonary artery, where the alveoli commence the gas exchange, removing the carbon dioxide through exhaling and inhaling oxygen to start the cycle once again.